If you're trying to get your enterprise off the ground, you've got a lot of things to worry about. How many times should you tweet in a day? It's not about page views, it's about engagement. Facebook's biggest growing audience is women aged 55 to 65. Who knew? You lose 44% of your YouTube audience after 30 seconds. Doesn't matter how long that great video you did is. You haven't checked off your digital strategy if you put up a blog. So your company has a lot of questions. You're not alone. Pat Riley's team at PR and Company, they answer those questions. I'm about to go down to the conference room and talk to the principal of this fabulous San Francisco agency next. I'm John Scott from KCBS, All News 740 and FM 1069, and CBS Interactive. This is Homegrown CEO. Pat Riley, we're in the conference room. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It's a pleasure. Tell me about your company.
PR and Company is a communications and fund development strategy firm, and we work with changemakers. And when we say changemakers, we mean private businesses, nonprofits, foundations, and individual folks who are trying to scale social change, usually by working creatively with the private sector, the nonprofit sector, the academic sector, to work on an interesting project that makes the world a better place.
Your website is great, by the way.
Thank you.
Easily navigable, very simple. The words are good. I went through, I printed some of the stuff. You work with nonprofits to do fundraising campaigns. You will help a company change their brand or image a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll help them with their social media marketing solutions.
Yes.
And you do business for good.
Yes, we do.
Why are you so good?
Well, you know, we believe that that working creatively with the private sector can help increase their profit, but at the same time increase a social return that makes the world a better place. And we think there isn't a trade-off. Maybe there was an old idea that there was a trade-off, that somehow in order to make a profit you had to do ill in the world, whether that be by polluting or by not paying your employees a good salary or by not providing health benefits. We think there's a new relationship between the private sector and the American public, and we are architects of that change and creating new bridges for the different groups in society to work together creatively to solve some of our social problems.
How did you start the company?
Well, I'm the PR behind PR and Company.
Yes, you are.
And although we started out doing what one might consider traditional public relations, i.e. working with reporters to get visibility related to social issues.
Traditional media, probably.
Exactly, traditional media. We all know how that relationship has changed and how the media model for newspapers and television and radio has completely shifted. So we decided to build a company that would think differently about how to communicate and the ways that you communicate by thinking creatively about the way that individuals and consumers use technology and experience information about their world. So for example, when we work with an organization like the Institute for One World Health, for example, which was the world's first nonprofit pharmaceutical company that helps provide treatment for women and children who die of preventable diseases like malaria, diarrheal disease in the developing world. We thought about, we launched their consumer fund development campaign by working creatively with some of the pharmaceutical partners that were supporting them.
Big pharma for good.
Yes, big pharma for good.
See, it
absolutely.
is possible.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the ideas that we came up with for them was linking the work that they did with Slumdog Millionaire, which is, as you know, the movie that 2 years ago won, 8, I think, Academy Awards.
Yes.
So using that moment in time where the vast majority of Americans kind of had a window onto what the world is like in that part of the world, and use that as an opportunity to springboard into why it's relevant for them to contribute to an organization like the Institute for One World Health, for example.
It's real interesting because sometimes what's in the zeitgeist, it's a matter of timing.
Absolutely.
even in our information cluttered world, there are moments when we all sort of know about Slumdog Millionaire just for that window of time. And like it's like the mind is almost open to receive other messages about things we're aware of.
Yes.
You know, they're listening to our conversation. I think it'd be a great time for you. You have a husband, family, you have you're a busy person, you're running your own place. There are lots of people that are just like you that would like to do what you do, maybe not in this category. As an entrepreneur, give us a little sage advice of the wisdom you've garnered over this time running PR and Company.
Well,
about running a business.
I think you have to have a lot of optimism. You have to be in. If most of the projects that we work on are, we imagine it and then we bring the partners together to make it happen. And I think that was always true in the old PR biz. I mean, that's why it's perception versus reality, right? So there was always an intent to sort of build a reality that you want to live in, and then pull together the partners to do that. That's critical. So the core component of that is just being really optimistic and constantly believing that you can make a difference, that people will listen to you if you have a good idea, and there's no reason why they shouldn't, especially if you have a good idea.
Well, I've met you before, so I know that your enthusiasm is genuine, and it's a bit infectious too. Congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for letting me use your conference room.
Yeah.
You can find out more about Pat Riley's company at prandcompany.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll have another new episode next week from KCBS, All News 740 and FM 1069 and CBS Interactive. We'll see you next time on Homegrown CEO.